waktu kita tahu keadaan Moza, I called my president. I told him straight, Pak Haji, I want to berhenti main bola. Ada kalanya macam sedih lah tengok dia macam nak ikat tali kasut, you know. I pun kadang terfikir, cakap, dia tak ada tangan kanan macam mana dia nak syahadah and all. Every time time game, she will be sick. Daddy, if I can do it, you can do it.
Wow. Assalamualaikum semuanya, selamat datang ke podcast Diari Ayah. Sebelum podcast ini dimulakan, saya macam berbesar hati sangatlah kerana episod kali ini ditaja khas oleh SG TOP Realtors, tim ejen rumah anda yang prihatin dengan pasaran hartanah terkini. Terima kasih banyak-banyaklah kerana anda sokong selalu interview saya dalam podcast Diari Ayah. Saya memang suka nak memotivasikan masyarakat social media kerana kita boleh belajar daripada pengalaman orang lain. Hari ini saya besar hati sangat kerana dapat temubual dengan seorang yang dah lama saya nak temubual sebenarnya. Beliau tak lain dan tak bukan Baihakki Khaizan. Selamat datang ke Diari Ayah.
Terima kasih bang, thank you so much for having me.
Saya bila mendengar anda nak balik Singapura kan, macam terperanjat ada.
Okay.
Saya happy for you pun. Kerana saya tahu anda dah lama di luar negeri. Dan saya dengar daripada interview anda bersama dengan Duncan.
Okay.
Dengan Duncan, di mana bila anda sign kontrak untuk berhenti daripada klub di Thailand tu, you rasa tenang. Kenapa you rasa, boleh terangkan kenapa you rasa tenang atas keputusan tu?
Okay, banyak sebab-sebab lah yang berlaku waktu dalam jangka masa seminggu tu. So bila buy dekat Thailand, diorang time waktu COVID ni, diorang propose to potong gaji 50% off for all the players.
Okay.
Semua players. So waktu tu pula kita ada discussion after discussions, then after that semua macam kind of tak agree. Bila kita tak agree, then we proceed to the next meeting. Then after all that, we kind of, okay, let's move forward and, support the cause. It's COVID, everybody is, is affected. Then kita support the cause and we say we agree. Then after a few days, kita dengar lah news-news daripada luar-luar ni kan. Things like macam sponsors are pulling out. Our main sponsors are pulling out. And then a lot of other clubs now diorang punya main sponsor pun dah keluar. So it's like macam time bomb tau for everybody. And then we don't know what's the future next. Diorang nak restructure the whole league. Start balik October and finish habis during May next year. So ada setengah-setengah cakap diorang nak bermula September habis December. So again it's not clear. Then back home pula wife calling and saying that alhamdulillah rumah kita terjual.
Okay, you jual rumah
Yes, correct. Nak pindah. So there's a lot of things lah in my mind that I nak kena decide for once, and it's for good lah, So after gauging a few factors, discussing with Nofa as well, so I think it's best that I took this termination and I leave Thailand and I come back to Singapore.
Tapi kenapa, adakah itu yang buat anda tenang atas suasana yang anda sedang lalui, ataupun anda rasa ini adalah keputusan yang paling baik untuk anda?
Boleh go both ways lah bang. Actually my coach wants me to stay, nak I stay, tapi macam saya cakap tadi, the future is not clear. Kita tak nampak the route where we are heading. So the best for me right now is to come back and be with my family, and especially di tengah COVID period. Lockdown, tak boleh fly. I pun risau sih. the recovery flights only available on Monday and Fridays from Bangkok. So I told Nofa, I said, look, let's decide once and for all, because anyway pun it's ada niatkan yang tahun 2020 ni will be my last year to venture out.
Okay.
So it will be macam mana pun it will be my last season lah to play abroad, and then 2021 to come back to Singapore for good. But unfortunately kita habis siang because of this COVID. So I took that chance lah, I spoke to my president. Dia pun faham pasal kita those players yang ada family. My friend, my teammates from Brazil pun, you imagine 24 hours away from family. So we've come to that conclusion, and they respect our decision lah. Yeah.
Ramai tak yang buat keputusan yang sama among your teammates?
From my team alone is 3 players. From other clubs also there is. Yeah, players from Korea, players from Brazil, from Europe. So like nothing new lah for that one week kan. Everybody is like making bold decisions. Yeah. So bila I balik tu I rasa macam ya Allah, tenangnya I've been like an online daddy tu. Macam I tengok budak-budak ni through Zoom and through WhatsApp video and all. Because every time I bangun pagi pukul 9, I always call her. I say, okay, let's log in and just leave the laptop open. So I can dengar budak-budak tu lari-lari. I can dengar suara orang terpekik, terlulung, that kind of thing. So I rasa macam kat rumah. Walaupun I seorang dekat Bangkok, dekat Thailand. Yeah, then bila rasa dapat balik tu, dan lagi 14 hari kat hotel. macam lamanya nak jumpa budak-budak ni kan. Rasa rindu dia sampai diorang have to drive. Like I told Nufal lah, I said, you just drive across, you pergi kat satu National Library punya bus stop tu, you stop there and I can see them lah lambai, macam ya Allah, so near yet so far. Yeah.
Masya Allah. Untuk ramai you 3 tahun kan dekat Thailand kan, so you cakap you online daddy for 3 years. Saya tak dapat bayangkan hubungan anda dengan anak-anak bila online, dan kesunyian tu saya rasa meninggi bila ada lockdown.
Correct.
Ceritakan sikit tentang bila you kena lockdown di sana tu.
Okay, dekat Thailand pula kita ada Thailand have diorang punya government punya rulings and all, and they don't call it lockdown, they call it curfew.
Oh, okay.
So 10 PM no movement at all. No movement, even to 7-Eleven, even to the highway. Saya dengar hanya lori-lori je lah yang boleh, because for transportation purposes.
Okay.
So other than that, dah hampir 2 bulan duduk dalam rumah and doing nothing. Yes, diorang kasih kita orang daily exercises lah to follow and do our own. We have our Zoom training and all. Cuma yalah, stay dalam rumah tu, and I feel like macam tak berguna lah, macam tak function lah kan, tak produktif. And then that leads me to macam what, I think it's enough lah, it's time for me to really come back. And I kesian lah, I call budak-budak, I talk to them every day, but it's just that I cannot do much. I can only say from that screen. I cannot like macam pegang, I cannot like macam console, I cannot, obviously lah, children are children, orang, some of them nakal during a certain period of time, and Nova is alone sending the kids. Dia seorang hantar budak nak jaga business and all. So plus COVID coming in, I mean it affected our businesses as well. So then from then on I can feel her loneliness, and at the same time macam frustration lah, handling all this by her own. So that's one of the macam like main factor lah for me to actually really come back lah.
Okay. Yeah. Tapi bila anda membuat keputusan untuk kembali ke Singapura, anda belum ada club lagi.
I was prepared already, bang.
Jadi macam mana you rasa macam okay, saya balik ni belum ada
kerja
offer
lah,
belum ada kerja lah.
Yalah.
So macam mana, apa yang anda lakukan untuk memastikan anda sendiri okay, saya nak ada offer dan sebagainya?
Okay, alhamdulillah, during the termination, kita terminate the contract because there's clauses dalam contract, and I managed to get out with a compensation fee lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a agreement there, and alhamdulillah kita pun successfully sold our place, jual rumah dan sebagainya. And I think in terms of financial, from day one lah, tak mau cerita COVID je lah. From day one, we got married. We always emphasize on, financially we manage our funds pretty well to prepare times like this. So when this really happened, I think very important sih bang. You got to simpan duit, you got to pandai menabung and all. So it give me macam I sampai cakap dengan Nova, I said it's okay for me. I can come back. I'm prepared to go jobless for 2020, to not to play for a single club pun. For me, 2020 is just that I just want to pass by 2020, like because it's COVID, it's everywhere bang. Kedai, the world lah basically shut down. So I feel like macam then I dengar the sports industries pun going down, stadiums empty, that kind of thing. Dah tak ada mood dia lah. So to kickstart balik, I just look forward for 2021. But Alhamdulillah, along the way I came back. Tampines Rovers called me, and really say bang rezeki Allah.
Wow, insyaAllah.
They offered me 2 years contract tau. Just like that tau. Just like that, asked me to. Then I macam, entah, I macam sedih lah kan. Macam suddenly here I am like talking, I tak bergaji, tak apa, dah prepare myself lah to face this impact. Tapi gitulah, Alhamdulillah lah. I rasa sangat-sangat bersyukur.
Adakah mereka yang pertama offer ke apa? Kerana saya tahu your original club in Singapore is Geylang United.
Correct.
They didn't call you.
Itulah pasal I kalau boleh nak call dorang, tapi tak lah. I mean,
those are your friends too kan dekat
correct,
sana kan?
Correct.
Okay.
I can understand lah. Maybe diorang pun mungkin tak ada budget dah spend ke apa ke. We don't know. Because along the way pun when I dekat Thailand, I dengar jugalah ada rumours that they want to do nak potong gaji dekat sini juga. So I can understand. I totally understand that. As long as I dah prepare diri I to face this, going jobless. So when you get an offer, it's like a bonus lah bang.
Betul.
As long as you prepare yourself already.
Tell us your journey dengan Tampines Rovers. Apa yang sudah anda lakarkan dengan mereka?
Alhamdulillah. First thing first, bila I balik dekat hotel tu, I serve my quarantine. They called me, the president Desmond lah. He called me, the coach also called me, said that, bye, we want you, but we also have a problem. Then from there, I tahu lah it's financial. Because clubs are facing financial problems as well over here.
Understandably so lah, pasal
correct, understand. I mean, if it's normal days, I would like
I'm sure
macam
you negotiate lah kan.
Mesti you nak macam mesti you marah lah kan. I mean, it's natural lah as a human being. Tapi I kind of like tone down and understand the situation.
Okay.
So they called me. They said that we wanted you. I think you suit the club pretty well, despite your age. I think age can be a factor lah bang.
You are 36
I'm
sekarang
36. I'm 36 years old. A lot of it's normal for coaches or club presidents like macam to look at a 36-year-old player macam is it berbaloi ke tidak, to take this player. So but coming from a young coach, his name is Gavin, he's young, he's like 27, 28.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so to put belief in me as a 36-year-old, I rasa macam like revive lah. I rasa macam diri I macam diperbarui oleh dia. So macam satu kepercayaan tu lah. I always like macam whenever someone macam trust you, I always like try to give my best for that person.
Mungkin ramai yang mungkin tak dalam industri bola sepak.
Correct.
36 tahun ni kira macam
actually
mana?
Dah habis bang. Senang cakap dah game lah.
Dah game. Oh ya ke?
Yes.
Okay. But you are still in it. You masih fit lagi. And you masih nak teruskan. So
actually okay, during bila I career took off and then along the way, obviously this question pops up lah dalam kepala otak, and when the question is when are you stopping, because banyak orang cakap okay bye, Alhamdulillah during my career I main kat Johor, I main dekat Indonesia and all, so I meet people that give me good advices. They say bye, your career is short. So sometimes I feel to download into my mind to say that I tak nak accept reality. I thought that football, okay, I can play until 50, until retire, 55 years old, 65 years old, macam kerja-kerja biasa. But here I am, I'm at the junction now, where those talks macam remind me of kan. So, but these people are very genuine people. They tell me, say, you need to simpan duit. You have good contracts, while playing abroad and all. So this is the time that you should think of something else. Alhamdulillah, during my first baru start main Indonesia, my second year lah. Me and Nova selalu pergi urut kaki and all that. Then after that we decide, come on, let's open a small spa lah in Singapore. But we just keep it like, why not we do a mother and daughter spa? Yeah, so alhamdulillah we did lah with the finance that I work out the finance for her, because she wants to bila dia teman I kat Bandung tu, I tell her lah, I said look, why don't you go back to Singapore, we start a small business, you can manage, at least you tak boring kan. So while because anyway I'll be flying back like during weekends and all. Yeah. So we start to berpisah dari situ. Yeah.
When you open business ni secara tak langsung, saya rasa anda sedang membuat persiapan.
Correct.
Is that your plan sebenarnya?
Exactly, correct. Because I thought that at 25, bila Bayu umur 25 years old, I already start thinking about what's going to happen at 30 years old, what's going to happen when I'm 35, what's going to happen when I'm 40. So, bilakah Bayu akan menggunakan duit-duit bisnes ni daripada gunakan gaji bulanan, you know. So when will I depend on this money and all.
Okay. And bukan saja bisnes spa,
Correct.
yang Nur Fasari uruskan.
Yep.
Saya terlihat you pun pernah sekali ada renovation company by
Correct. 3x3, yes. 3x3, yes.
3x3 okay. Apa jadi dengan bisnes tu?
It's still on. It's still on and running. It's cousins within us lah, my cousins and Nopa's cousin.
Okay.
3x3 dilahirkan because I was in Lions Chof back then. Bila I main Lions Chof, I'm based here in Singapore. So I like renovation because alhamdulillah during my career playing for the national team and all, I travel a lot. I travel a lot to good and stay good hotels, bang.
Okay.
When I stay at these good hotels, you know the vibe, like macam, you know, wow, it's so nice. macam if I can transfer to my home, you know, that kind of thing. I'm sure everybody wants that lah, you know. So then it started back during kita punya first house dekat Sengkang. So I told Nova lah, I said, look, let's challenge ourselves by doing our own place.
Okay.
So we don't use a renovation company. Then my friend happened to have a small renovation company lah, you know, like those City Plaza kind, very small kind. He's the one who taught me to macam, okay, bye. First is hacking, second is wiring, third is plumbing. So then I learn lah along the way. I think macam best pula kan buat renovation ni. But I decided to sell my shares away to my cousin as well, to our cousins, because when I dah start main Johor, bila I dah main Johor, I told like my partners I said that I cannot commit. How because I'm the kind I'm the kind that I want to be on the ground. Bang, time main bola, I pergi rumah orang, ukur semua.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that you betul-betul terlibatkan diri
yes,
dalam.
correct. I ukur TV console, I ukur all the. Yalah, but some people ada jugalah
orang tak macam terperanjat ke nampak Baihakki yang ukurkan rumah aku.
Correct. Ada orang macam take that macam mungkin kesempatan lah untuk ambil gambar and all lah.
Okay lah, good for your business lah.
Yeah, correct. But like for me, I cuma buat willingly lah, you know.
Okay.
I just want to be out there with the society, mingling with them. Then bila kat Johor pula, they say, okay, bye, never mind, you just focus on the laptop and marketing ke apalah, you know, working from laptop. So I rasa macam I'm not being myself lah kan. Then after that, one of the cousins decide to work with a architecture firm and all. So I think they want to go somewhere. Okay lah, I give my blessings lah.
Okay. Nah, bila anda sedang menyesuaikan diri dalam bidang perniagaan and then kerjaya bola sepak anda pun, saya melihat kan, every time you change clubs,
Correct.
I feel you have a very good contract. And you said it yourself, you ada kontrak yang baik. Macam mana you dapat kontrak yang baik tu? Sebagai, I want to learn. Saya nak belajar macam mana seorang pemain bola sepak dapatkan kontrak yang baik, apa yang you negotiate, and then how you get a long and good one.
First things first, let's go back to Persija Jakarta when my first contract in Persija. Normally when we play against Indonesia in Suzuki Cup, I scored against Indonesia, and lepas game tu we won in Jakarta. After the game, all the agents semua tunggu dekat lobby. They waited. Diorang tunggu kat lobby and semua macam, Baihakki, I want to meet you. Baihakki, I want to meet you. Baihakki, I want to meet you. So I'm like a 24 year old, like macam, what's this? I don't understand lah macam agent, how they work. Like memang my ultimate goal as a football player, I nak main luar negeri. That was, I dah tanamkan niat kat situ. So here comes the chance. Then I macam gabra pula kan, tak tahu macam mana nak. Okay, this is good. Then after that, diorang kenalkan. Okay, bye, this is a very professional agent. He works with top superstars and all around the region lah. So I was guided by good people also. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Along the way.
Tu yang nak tanya tu, siapa yang tunjukkan you, who show you the ropes tu?
It's agents lah basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And along the way I learn myself also. And clubs after clubs, I only use agent I think first time for that Jakarta punya deal. Then after that directly from Bandung to Medan to Lions Chow, JDT, the bosses call me directly. So I get to deal with the president directly. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. And I mean about getting good deals, I mean there's so much to negotiate lah at the end of the day, because it's the performance lah that you must show the year before. And obviously you, of course sometimes good times, depends on the financial side of the club as well. Yeah.
Okay.
How they label you lah basically. You along the way you macam like they start to categorize you in certain punya levels lah. Yeah. And category A players will have this kind of salary, category B, C, D and so on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you category?
I don't know.
Okay. Bila you negotiate sendiri kan, ada beza dengan negotiate ada orang perantara lah.
Correct.
Selalunya segan tak you nak negotiate sendiri?
Segan bang. Segan.
Nak meletakkan harga pada diri
Correct.
sendiri.
Segan sih. How I wish sometimes like ada orang tengah like do all these talks for me, because I don't. You see, for example, if you say I want 20,000, then they say okay, I'll give you 20,000. Then kalau you main tak macam 20,000, it macam like the impact goes to you directly tu. Kalau ada agent, they will like marah the agent lah. It doesn't involve me. Because that's their deal. So that's the difference between like you are the agent dengan tak the agent. But as much as all the while I've been talking to presidents, and I selalu tanya orang, cakap, what do you think of, how much do you value me? I always throw that question to them. And I tak macam, like for example lah, let's say they say, okay bye, I have a 14,000 deal for you. Then I will say, okay boss, come lah, let's settle the deal with 15 lah. Just round off lah, basically.
Okay, this is okay. Yeah. Untuk mereka yang tak follow football ke apa, it's 15,000 a month though. This is US, Singapore.
Yeah, US dollars.
US dollars, I think that's a lot lah. Correct. Tapi at the height of any soccer player in Asia, misalnya in Asia ni, what is a range of salary yang kita boleh katakan, okay, this is a good deal?
Bang, for our Singaporean punya konteks, obviously kita dengar 15,000 is like wow lah, even for myself, I dapat 15,000, wow. So, tapi along the way, I dengar this player get 30,000, that player get 45,000. So, so macam okay lah, mine is not so wow after all. Tapi I feel like it's enough lah bang for me. For me, Alhamdulillah, along the way, I never complain about my contracts. And I have good bosses, really. My bosses from Jakarta till Bandung, till Medan. Indonesians, they like to come to Singapore for medical check-up dekat Mount Elizabeth and all. So every time they call.
Okay.
They call, diorang jumpa, bye, gimana, sihat, keluarga sihat. They give angpao and all. I say, no, I'm not here to meet you. I said, no, this is not for you. This is for your children. So until like that. So we build good relations lah. Alhamdulillah.
But bila you switch clubs and all that, do you still macam ada hubungan yang baik dengan your club lama and all that, macam mana?
No lah, just through social media, we say hi, and sometimes they also tell me like my teams. You see Persija Jakarta, I feel so attached to this club, because until today, Twitter, Instagram, they still DM me, they still say things like macam, bye, we want you back, come back, the fans over there. Bang, every week, every Saturday, without fail, 30 to 40,000 fans, easy.
Wow.
Easy. While you tengah training one is 500 to 1,000 people watch you training. Nak semangat apa lagi bang?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You every day you being pumped up, you macam tak sabar want to show something. Yeah.
Wow, every time you main kalau macam 30-40,000 gitu, seronok lah
Of course.
The feeling
Correct. Every time you macam, I always tell myself that this game tak apalah, kaki patah pun tak apa. Until that kind of macam punya semangat. Yeah, because that's what they want. When you win 3 points, it involve the whole Jakarta. Yeah. And then you makan luar, kadang I makan luar dengan Nova pun. makan free, orang bayarkan. You enter like local brands punya kedai baju and all. They close the shop for you and they give you whatever you want. That's the treatment that we are getting. Really.
Masya Allah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Baru saya kembali kepada saat you mula main bola. Kerana apa? Saya dengar you pioneer batch to this National Football Academy.
Yep.
Year 2000. Tell us macam mana perjalanan anda baru-baru main bola ni.
Okay lah bang, normally kita budak-budak Melayu ni lah, we will always, kita selalu dengar yang kita main di bawah kolong blok, so itulah mula, pancah indera dia. I don't know what to say lah. Dekat situ lah mula cahaya dia kan. Yang kita dapat, kita main bola bawah blok, kita main dengan kawan-kawan. Then after that slowly daripada bola plastik tu, I think rata-rata orang faham lah kan, bola plastik RM1.4 dan kita upgrade ke bola keras, bola yang hitam putih tu kan, yang kulit dia senang terkopik. So yalah, I was during in that times lah, I learn about football. Plus also during those days, we have macam Fadi Ahmad, we have Abbas Saad, Malik Awab and all as our inspiration lah for. Sorry to say, I didn't get to watch a lot of matches back then because of tak kemampuan lah.
What do you mean? Ceritakan sikit kisah your family ni.
I lost my dad umur 3 tahun lah. My father passed away. So dari situ mulanya kita tinggal 13 orang dalam blok, dalam rumah 2 bilik.
13 orang
13 orang plus adik-beradik my mother lah. My mother punya adik-beradik, arwah tok, arwah nenek and everybody else lah, makcik-makcik, pakcik. So
all in one house
all in one house, 13 of us. So mulanya kat situ lah main bola. And bila I main bola, tak banyak lah in the family agree. Macam kita, pada dorang tu macam, pasal kita main bawah, dorang punya understanding is, kau jangan main bawah, that kind of thing. Bawah tu bawah kolong blok lah. So but I still continue lah bang. I still continue. I feel that macam football is one way that I can get out of that kesusahan. I tak salahkan my auntie, I tak salahkan my mother or whatsoever. Kadang I pergi sekolah, my mother is sleeping. Kadang I pergi bola, I tak nampak dia. I balik training, I tak nampak dia kerja malam. So this is the childhood that I'm living in lah. And I tak ada seorang bapa yang I boleh look up to. Like you can play with. Macam selalu menumpang kasih dekat kawan-kawan punya bapa. Macam kita ada team bola. Then macam satu pakcik ni like macam he's in charge lah, Okay, we're gonna play that team. So I will use him as a symbol lah of like macam so-called dad lah, macam tu. So that's how my childhood is lah. I punya my movement is just within say 100 to 200 meters je lah, around my house in Jurong. Hari Raya, so I didn't like, pasal semua datang, my nenek is there, so I didn't get to like rasa macam naik lori ramai-ramai when I saw all these pictures and all. I don't understand, I tak faham. Then slowly my mother keluar. Satu ketika tu my mother say that okay, let's move out and kita tinggal di Sengkang, Anchorvale. So we were one of the first few lah to tinggal kat rumah baru tu, dengan bawah security guard, dengan lumpur, dengan apa. Yalah, rumah baru lah, tak sabar kan. Selama sepanjang tinggal kat Jurong tu tak pernah ada bilik sendiri. So every time balik training, kita nak kena, kalau kita bentang tilam, kita nak kena tidur, nak kena choke place kita lah. Kan? Kalau you balik lambat, dan
tak dapat,
you nak kena elak orang tengah ujung-ujung kan. Then I end up tidur kat dapur lah. Most of the time.
Saya faham keadaan tu.
Correct.
Tapi bila apa yang betul-betul mendorong anda nak keluar daripada suasana yang boleh menjadikan anda lebih berjaya? Apa yang push anda?
Actually bang, I don't, in terms of academic pun, I'm so lah, to be honest. I mean, I'm just a half past 6 punya kind of student. No one really tell me, you should do this and you should score this to enter this place or whatever. Tak ada. There's no sense of direction at all. Really. It's just that macam, bye jangan main bola, bye pergi sekolah, bye. But okay, pergi sekolah buat apa? Belajar apa? Tak ada tuition, tak pernah. Never.
Okay.
Don't have. So I just don't know how that somehow football just dorong I lah. It's like my kind of life suddenly. Dekat bawah blok tu banyak dia orang ada gangsterism, ada orang ambil dada, ada orang buat benda ni. But alhamdulillah I tak termasuk pun dalam golongan tu. They know that don't disturb by. I don't know for whatever reason. Mereka cakap don't disturb by, jangan apa-apakan dia, that kind of thing. Okay. So I play football, main this Sunday tournament and all things like that until one day lah I get to start playing real football lah with Geylang United. Yeah.
Kalau anda boleh kredit seorang yang menunjukkan jalan kepada anda dalam dunia bola sepak ni, siapa?
Wah, that one
Atau you're on your own all the way?
I tak nak ambil kredit like just to puji diri sendiri, tidak. Tapi like along the way there's banyak orang yang macam mainkan peranan. Banyak orang sangat. I can't name all of them, but those are the people like from the Jurong punya area that somehow macam they supported me lah, you know. And family my arwah datuk tak never approve sih I main bola. Like dia tak approve pun. Like
okay.
You imagine bang, my first training I bangun pagi because I was told to go to Bedok Stadium to report at 9 AM. So I tinggal Jurong.
Oh, jauh tu.
I tinggal Jurong. So I need to wake up at subuh kan. So during subuh, nenek-nenek kita kan dah panaskan air. You can hear right all this kettle, you know those environment Diorang bangun pagi sebelum subuh, diorang dah bangun, dah prepare all that. So bila I bangun, everybody like macam asal kau bangun? Macam gitulah, you know. Macam kita tak akan bangun subuh kan, time kecil. So cakap okay bye, kau nak pergi mana? Cakap tak, nak pergi main bola. Then to them like waking up in the morning, like kau nak main bola apa? 6:30 pagi kau nak main bola kat mana? Dia kata. They don't understand. I don't blame them lah, seriously. Tapi sebaik-baik manusia arwah datuk I ni kan, dia akan keluar kerja pukul 7. So dia akan cakap, bye, kau pergi tidur. You go and sleep. Don't need to play all this football all. Tak payah. Tak payah sesuaikan diri. So okay lah. Then I tidur. Tapi I tidur I macam ngintip-ngintip lah. I tahu pukul 7 pagi dia mesti kejutkan kita 3 beradik and say that seorang satu dia kasih RM1. $1 coin. Dia kejut lah. Liza, my sister Liza $1, Muzamil $1, Baihakki ni ambil $1, jangan bangun. Kau pergi tidur, that kind of thing lah. So I tunggu dia gerak je kan, van dia dah gerak je. So I cepat-cepat lah, siap. I pergi Bedok lah. Plus kawan-kawan campur sikit lah, tolong sikit naik MRT, that kind of thing.
Okay. Sekarang bila now that you dah main club dan sebagainya, ada tak family members yang dulunya mungkin mereka tidak menggalakkan? Apa yang mereka katakan sekarang
Alhamdulillah, I can see diorang punya kebahagiaan lah. Especially arwah datuk bila my first trip to Hajjai, my first kira keluar negeri untuk main bola, which with Singapore under 13 my team. So I belikan dia, you know those baju yang I love Thailand, yang ada gajah, yang ada apa kan. So bila I pass it to him, then one day when I got my match jersey, I pass it to him with the Singapore flag and all, macam sama macam the senior team. Okay. So he was very happy lah basically. Dia macam dia tak sangka, I boleh nampak dia tak sangka. And dia selalu every time I go overseas, dia akan cakap dengan pakcik-pakcik dan makcik-makcik dalam rumah to keluarkan each $10. So $10 because kalau tak, I tak ada apa-apa nak belanja kan kat Thailand ke mana kan.
Okay. Tu kira support tu
tu kira support lah. So dapatlah kita dapatlah dalam maybe $80, $90, then dia akan top up like a bit $50 more. So to bring like $100, $120 to go for a trip. Tu pun dah satu benda yang besar, walaupun yalah kawan-kawan lain mak-mak diorang kasih duit lebih and they can buy more stuff, that kind of thing. So tapi cukup lah.
Okay. Apa yang sebenarnya kita perlukan macam you membesar di suasana yang tidak menggalakkan you main bola.
Yep.
You know, if you meet your young self, kan, anda bertemu diri anda dan dia nak main bola, apa sebenarnya mindset yang kita perlu ada untuk membantu anak ni yang sebenarnya tak ada guidance, tak ada pimpinan, tapi kita nak dia berjaya dalam bola sepak.
Correct bang. I takkan cakap senang lah. Because now I have my own kids. Even sekarang pun, because why? Sekarang kita dalam era yang diorang fokuskan education first. They always put education first. So secara tak langsung, as a parent pun, I pun of course lah, ada tu application that is education first. And so much so pun, I told Nufal so lah, I said, bohong lah bang kalau I don't want either Mika or Muaz to play football, to continue my legacy, you know. I mean deep inside I have. Tapi kita nak tahu sekarang, the reality is, what should we prioritize first? But also, when I nampak Mika main bola ni, I support dia. I told Mika, I cakap dengan Mika, you want to play football, I will support you. I said, but as long as you can juggle between education and football, I will support you, don't worry. Kadang I macam, yalah mak dia asyik tuition that kind of thing, but kadang I dalam kereta berdua dengan dia, you know, I berbual dengan dia macam sebaya dengan dia lah, so that dia faham. Yes, correct. Okay, I slowly pelan-pelan I buat dia faham why mami put you on tuition, why this, why that. So I nak dia faham. I tak nak kita buat macam in the end macam dia rasa diri dia ni dipunish atau didera dengan kelas-kelas sebagainya, you know, this class, that class, kita taruh dia pasal dia nak main bola. That's one thing that I can see dekat Mika ni lah. Yeah.
And you akan push lah.
I can push him. I will push him. I will push him, and alhamdulillah during my career I've met I've bumped into a lot of individuals, even travel sampai ke London pun ada kenalan with like agents over there that open doors to, you know, academies for the Premier League team and all. So sampai dah ke tahap macam tu because of social media. So I think budak-budak sekarang lebih, diorang punya chances of exploring football punya options is wider compared to my time where I have to find the right person, whether betul tak orang ni, he can bring me to this place or that place. Because kita tak tahu latar belakang dia kan. Yeah.
Saya rasa mesti membantunya bila seorang bapa yang dah melalui perjalanan bola sepaknya untuk membantu anak. Memang anak tu insyaAllah dia dapat pimpinan yang baik lah. Yeah. Saya nak tanya tadi, you cakap you main bola kat bawah blok
Yes.
So during general election ni saya nampak your posting lah. Your posting yang menarik perhatian ramai.
Okay.
You have 2,400 retweets di Twitter. Apa yang mendorong anda menulis posting tu?
Tak lah, I think memang this is like a everyday question for during that 1 week. Everybody yang bump into me, your posting is so good, why you do that, I say, first of all, let's clear the air first. I got nothing against Dr. Wan Rizal. I think he's a very well-respected figure. I understand also he has a PhD in sports science as well. You know, for me, it's not about, you know, getting personal or getting into being a politician and, you know, try to debate with him about whatever. But it's just that, you know, sometimes this is social media, you know, like, you know, sometimes videos leak out and stuff like that. And then I ternampak video yang dia cakap tentang like being in normal stream is like macam I look at it as macam satu kesalahan lah yang dia tak dapat succeed dalam hidup dia, that kind of thing. So tapi I cakap kat diri I say, well, I did it kan. I dapat keluar daripada that zone lah, so called that negative zone, and alhamdulillah I made it in my career, you see. So I believe that's macam not a right message lah to send across, because you know bang, not only me, there's many people out there pun daripada mungkin golongan bawah blok. Some of them today are millionaires, so we don't know. Some of them yang tak pas PSLE pun, diorang jutawan juga bang. You know, so at the end of the day is like macam, yes, education is first, but it's not everything. Like, I don't know how to put it lah, but it's just that that's how we should look at lah, you know. Pasal kita manusia, I feel like every manusia ada kelebihan masing-masing. Mungkin tak dari segi pelajaran, mungkin dari segi benda lain. Ada orang nak kena kerja physical, ada orang nak kena kerja gunakan brains, you know. So, yalah, I just tweak a bit, try to correct secara melalui diri saya sendiri je lah. Tak sangka lah dia go viral kan. Really I got nothing against anybody lah.
Well, you have many posts yang go viral. Yang I notice waktu Ramadan 2 Ramadan lalu, you started Al-Quran challenge. Okay, so I woke
Thanks
up.
to you.
Before that already dah viral tau. Bagi diri saya lah, saya melihat benda tu. Saya bangun pagi, saya nampak benda ni, saya cakap, Baihakki upload something, dan kenapa banyak orang ini. So bila saya nampak what you say kan, saya rasa macam alamak, tergerak. Saya nak kena buat satu video. So I contacted your wife. I tanya, tapi I tak dapat contact you pasal apa? You tengah main bola.
Alright.
So malam tu I edit dan saya lepaskan video tu esoknya after I talk to you lah kan.
Yep.
Yang saya nak tanyakan, apa menggerakkan anda melakukan benda-benda macam keagamaan ni? I can see yang you tergerak buat macam benda tau. Sebelum Al-Quran tu, you tunjukkan, I think you ada room di mana you solat, you have a special room untuk belajar agama, if I'm not wrong. Kan dia ada kan?
Correct.
Apa yang menggerakkan anda lebih dekat dengan agama sebenarnya?
Okay, first kalau cerita segi agama of course there's a story behind it lah basically. I nak luahkan lah basically time waktu kita tahu keadaan Moza, anak saya yang kedua Moza Lika. Bila kita tahu dalam keadaan kandungan dalam my wife Nova punya kandungan tu, so we found out during the fifth month punya scan, full scan, kita dapat tahu yang dia tak ada tangan kanan. So bang, you know, it's not a joke lah, you know. It's bukan satu benda yang kita rasa macam kita nak terus percaya kan. Saya dah mula bersandar dekat tembok kan. Try tutup mata lah, fikir if this is a dream lah, you know. Then celik mata balik, I'm still in the hospital. I try to celik mata balik thinking that it was a dream, but no, it's real. So I have to face the situation. Along the way, fast forward, dia ada lagi 4 bulan untuk melahirkan. So that 4 months is the real test lah for us, husband and wife. You know, she kept crying every night, and I pun nak react macam mana kan. So I have myself to overcome as well. I patah balik from Persib Bandung. I come back to Singapore just for this. I dapat tahu, I called my president. My president, Pak Haji Umar. He's one of the nicest guy on earth. He asked me, he said, "Bye, how is it?" I cakap, Pak Haji, anak saya enggak ada tangan di kandungannya. Then he said, Masya Allah, Baihakki, aduh, gimana ni situasi? I told him straight, Pak Haji, I want to berhenti main bola. Yes, I told him that. I said, Pak Haji, saya rasa gini aja lah. Ya udah, putusin aja lah kontrak. So I said, putuskan kontrak. Dia cakap, Baihakki, no, you cannot do that. Dia cakap, kamu harus kuat, harus ikhtiar, harus apa semua kan. So it's okay, take your time. Berapa bulan mau, 1 bulan, 2 bulan, 3 bulan, terserah kamu istirahat, duduk di rumah bersama keluarga, then you sort out all that. You want to come back to Bandung, you come back. Sampai macam tu.
Wow.
So you see how lovely that guy is, you know. Then after that, we did a lot of soul searching lah, basically. Alhamdulillah, Nova done the hijab. So I thought that was the sign. That was the sign of hidayah. And you know, we go to, kita mendekatkan diri kita lebih dengan orang-orang yang mungkin boleh bimbing kita dari segi agama, dari segi, you know, kehidupan, which channel to go to, decision making and all. So alhamdulillah, along the way, then fast forward to keagamaan ni, every time I go to Masjid Sultan, every time I pass by Arab Street, this azan always touch my heart lah.
Okay.
This azan, and I will always want to find out siapa yang azan ni. So yeah, this Bilal is
Masya
I'm
Allah,
sure
okay.
everybody knows lah, who I'm referring to. Nama dia Zulfa. So pelan-pelan, then after that I get to sneak in here and there. Saya dapat kenal dia.
Oh,
I dapat kenal dia. I took his recording, I took the voice of that. So it's kind of very soothing lah bang, Then after that, I get to know him personally. Alhamdulillah kita kawan sampai sekarang. Dia pun banyak juga share-kan. Dia pun background madrasah, and dia dapat banyak sharekan ilmu here and there. So it's getting more interesting lah dari segi keagamaan, and I get myself closer to the mosque, buat volunteering and all that lah. So then patah balik ke Thailand pula, I use Quran lah bang. I use Quran as my macam, not say bimbing, tapi macam I always listen to Quran. Macam my playlist dekat handphone pun tak banyak lagu. It's all Quran punya list lah. Yeah, even sampai the kids also like, Daddy please tukar.
Dalam kereta. Kalau dalam
Dalam kereta
dengan you,
kalau dia dah
you tak main
terbluetooth
lagu
kan.
lah.
Jarang lah, because automatically dia tersynchronize kan.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So yalah, about that's the agama part lah.
Okay, okay. Saya rasa macam anak perempuan anda ni
Yep.
pada mulanya tadi you katakan macam you tak tahu macam mana nak react dan sebagainya. Apa yang dalam diri you rasa macam you nak kena berhenti tu? Apa sebenarnya yang you nak
Entah,
lakukan sebenarnya?
I don't know actually.
Do you feel
Really.
guilty? Do you feel macam
Entah, macam kadang like I ask myself macam apa yang aku dah buat? What did I do until that I get into this lah?
okay.
Sampai kita tanya diri kita like, did aku rompak bank ke? Aku I did something, I did a crime ke, that kind of thing. Macam tak boleh terima hakikat lah, but after a while, alhamdulillah lah, I thanks to my family that I pun dibesarkan bukan dengan cara macam, my mother always emphasize on akhlak is very important. To so called macam focus on being a respectful boy, macam being a well-mannered boy, that kind of thing. So yalah, that eventually like help me to slowly sink in and start to think ahead. Macam kalau kita stuck with that kan, then it's like never ending lah bang. So I told Nufala, I said, look, need to be strong. Then kita buat umrah sama-sama, we go to umrah. Yeah, so all that little things slowly we make a brand new us lah. Yeah.
okay.
Then after that we tell ourselves, okay, look, bila Moza, we promise ourselves lah that bila Moza dilahirkan, that's it. We are not looking backwards. We are looking forward. So terus pula we found like this new energy in us. And then we told ourselves, okay, look, it's okay. The media wants to find out. Never mind, it's okay. Everything back then is like, it's okay. Secara tak langsung.
Okay.
Then we receive, when we show to the media about Moza, we expose Moza. Then bang, oh my god, I cannot believe this. A lot of families yang ada anak yang seperti that kecacatan ke apa, they email us, they meet us. Diorang selama ni diorang sembunyikan anak-anak diorang, which I feel sorry for lah. I can understand diorang bawa pergi jalan and people orang label and whatnot. Okay, but when we get them together, they feel like macam, anak aku first time main playground sama-sama, like with kids, with proper kids. And that's beautiful lah to see. And indirectly kita give these parents like macam a sense of macam confidence macam ini anak aku. I cannot be like taruh dia dalam store like 24/7 right? Dia membesar sih, dia pun akan satu hari berumur juga. So we create one like zone lah, for these kids to come together. And alhamdulillah lah, okay lah, till now, so kita masih berjumpa, masih keep in touch with all of them.
Kongsi kepada kita your conversation dengan Moza. Macam mana you terangkan kepada dia diri dia dan sebagainya.
Wah, that's tough sih. That's itu peringkat demi peringkat lah bang. It's you need to speak. You're not gonna speak logic to her. You need to speak sense. There's keagamaan also involved. So kita always tell her that, it's for her age to understand that, your hand is with Allah, or your hand is not there because Allah don't give you hand. It's let's be clear here. It's not tak akan senang dia nak masuk. Kids being kids, diorang akan cakap, they will like expose and say that, hey, why I got no hand, that kind of thing. But slowly, bit by bit, alhamdulillah, Moza, you see, that's why the beauty of, kesabaran. Maybe Allah give us that macam support lah, that we don't need to do much, that she's prepared for that, she's ready. Dia macam somehow, bukan cakap kita tak perlu buat apa-apa. It's just that dia macam faham, along the way dia faham. Dia keras kepala juga si Moza. Yeah. And dia pergi sekolah, dia macam segala benda dia nak betulkan diri dia. Like we can compare lah anak perempuan dengan anak lelaki kan. But Moza automatic balik sekolah, taruh bag, keluarkan homework. She want to do everything. She wants to beat her brother in games. So benda-benda ni yang macam, I tengok, wow, this is magnificent. I feel blessed lah, to be honest. I feel blessed.
Apa soalan yang paling susah anda dapat daripada Moza?
Well, Daddy, why I don't have hand? Why I don't have a hand? So itu satu jawapan yang I nak kena dictionary pun tak boleh jawab. So I need to really think, and obviously at the end of the day we can think about everything, but it all boils down to agama lah, where we come from. We need to understand that, there's a creator, the creator named Allah. So who is he? So we need to slowly, bit by bit, masukkan why he does that to you or to us as a family. And I show her pictures of not only you see, there's a lot of other people as well. So this kid, dia kena pakai wheelchair and drink from the straw, that kind of thing. So I give her like macam a sense of confidence that macam not only her, and keadaan dia pun tak seburuk dengan yang compared to the rest. So I want her to have that sense of macam like she can wake up and she can do things on her own. Tapi of course abang, ada kalanya macam sedih lah tengok dia macam nak ikat tali kasut, these little things lah. I pun kadang terfikir cakap, dia tak ada tangan kanan, macam mana dia nak syahadah and all. Little things like that lah, macam make us a little bit sad. But cara dia ceriakan diri dia, dia confidence dia, like benda-benda yang kita worry ni macam terus tak ada. Dia bawa diri dia, she doesn't care really. She just want to be happy. And I think sebagai mak bapak, the best is to instill love in the family. That is one thing that we need to stick together. And I always remind them lah, we are a team, we are a football team. Whatever it is, with mommy or whoever have problem, we must help. So kita ajar orang teamwork. So let them have that macam so-called as individual responsibility. So they have something to do and be proud of.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Sekarang bila anda renungkan kehidupan Moza, bagi ramai orang melihatnya ada kekurangan, tetapi saya pasti kelebihannya banyak. Apakah perjalanan Moza ini, apa perubahan pada diri anda yang anda lihat bila bersama-sama dengan Moza hari ini, dan anda renungkan kembali?
3 bulan 6 bulan pertama bang, it's not as easy as macam you automatic you jadi confident and you can go to the public without having a little feeling tu. Mesti ada. Like for me, I start main bola pun, I start sensitive. That period lah, I start to be sensitive. I start to be macam out of the blue, I play more rougher now. I get red cards. I get red cards for no reason lah. Macam
you rasa marah ke apa?
Correct. I feel like macam sebanyak I boleh terima hakikat tu, masih ada lagi segelintir yang masih I macam tak puas hati. But I don't know for what. Maybe it's my inner self that I rasa macam I belum terima sepenuhnya tu. Berarti I belum terima sepenuhnya. Tetapi bang, there's a positive to it. It improved my game. During the Lions Show. Yes, correct. That was the Lions Show period. Alhamdulillah, in one way or another, improve my game, and then I start to look at her macam dia punya cara ikat tali kasut. Every time time game, she will bisik to my telinga. Jadi if I can do it, you can do it.
Wow.
You know, itu yang satu.
That's beautiful. Cantik.
You know, I macam membara tau terus. Bila I membara tu, I terus macam dah mula membara in a sports punya way lah, you know. That I start to play right. Semangat. You would do the same, right?
Yeah.
If you,
especially bila kita mendengar daripada anak perempuan kita yang berbisik tu.
Yes, correct. Every time then she tell me, say daddy, why just now you macam dia mulut dia a bit dia macam reporter sikit lah. Dia akan report segalanya apa terjadi kat rumah, abang dia dengan adik dia buat and all. So coming back to that, dia akan secara tak langsung dia jadi personal punya macam okay, today daddy you play good. Okay daddy, just now why you do this, you should have do better, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So secara tak langsung I pun macam take the report seriously, and then I pun ubah I punya game, that kind of thing. Kadang I pernah buat video of her every time kerana tangan kanan kan, bila waktu dia mula berjalan tu, daripada crawling sampai nak berdiri kan, bila dia jatuh kita tak dapat tahan dua tangan. So bila dia jatuh, dia tahan satu tangan tak stable. Jadi every time dia dapat tahan, lepas tu dia jatuh. So dia jatuh every time sini dia yang binjul, bukan sebelah sini atau tengah, sebelah kanan. Because sebelah kanan dia tak stable kan. So tu yang mula macam sampai jatuh. I pun sedih sih. I pun macam how macam mana ni then dia lagi kadang tak nangis, dia degil lagi, dia tunjuk lagi, dia boleh lari lagi, dia bangun dia lari lagi. Dia nangis sikit, dia lari lagi. So it's like a message bang, telling me that kau budak tak ada tangan, kena bangun. So it's like no, I have to do better. It's like a inspirational message lah, you know, that helped me to improve my game. Alhamdulillah, yes.
Alhamdulillah. Bagaimana dengan abang dan adik dia? How do you, macam mana anda kemukakan topik ni kepada mereka?
Okay, not tak senang juga. Mungkin diorang dilahirkan dengan tak ada kecacatan, mungkin diorang rasa okey lah. Tetapi diorang pun kadang, because why, Moza will always get macam more presence than them. Moza akan dapat lebih attention lah.
Baik.
Then dia akan tanya, you say why Moza get more present than us? You know, I mean Moza being special one lah. You know, kita always like special one. Then why am I not special? That kind of thing. Macam so it's again another thing that kita nak tackle.
Nak kena jaga
nak kena jaga juga.
Betul.
So like for me, I believe in like macam man to man talk lah with Mika. Sometimes I talk to him like a father to a son. Sometimes I talk to him like kita kawan. So dia nak macam I rasa macam I bro dengan dia lah, macam brother dengan dia lah, you know. He wants that feeling. Lagi sekarang dia tengah dah peringkat umur 10-11 tahun ni kan. So dia dah mula faham and all. Again kita cerita pun again back to tunggak lah keagamaan. That's how they must, because at the end of the day bang, is faith lah, you know. You need to believe this. There's the whys, there ada kenapa dan all these reasons lah, you know. So sebanyak kita boleh terangkan within our means, you know, for them to understand, they understand lah.
Okay. Apa perkembangan anak-anak anda sekarang? Apa yang mereka lakukan, adakah?
Sejak dapat balik ni, I feel macam more productive lah. I feel like macam
no more online daddy you are physically kat situ.
Like pagi je ada suara yang kadang you bangun pagi dekat Thailand kan, I macam bangun tak ada suara lah. Tapi susah juga bang. I mean,
you kalau bangun kat Thailand seorang-seorang ada suara, itu kira seram juga.
Yes, seram juga. Yes. Itu dah suara lain lah.
Saya kat rumah correct. Okay.
I also like macam adapt lah, because I dah biasa seorang, and then because dekat Thailand I senang penat bang. I senang penat because you travel in interstates lah, you know, in Thailand, and then because of the travelling, and then I sleep besok pagi bangun, then I need to attend for, you know, all these meetings and trainings and all. So I senang cepat penat. Then when I tidur, I bangun, I rasa fresh because tak ada orang kacau. That's what I do when I'm in Singapore. I told Nova, I said, look, for my game day, tomorrow is my game. I need to sleep alone. Yeah, I need to sleep proper lah.
Properly,
basically. Yeah. So that's, bila I balik tu, first night je, besok dah zing. So macam okay. Okay, slowly. Then in terms of socializing pun, nak jumpa kawan pun, pasal tak pernah bergaul kan, dah lama tak bergaul. Then I take one day at a time lah. Jumpa satu kawan, jumpa satu kawan. Yeah.
Tadi you ada katakan you sign dengan Tampines Rovers 2 tahun you dapat 2 years contract.
1 tahun setengah lah, ni dah setengah jalan kan. Yeah, 1.5 lah.
Apa your plan for the future? Macam do you plan to have something else ke, kalau let's say lah you dah habis main bola ni?
InsyaAllah along the way I talk to Nova lah. I plan with Nova because I mean, to be honest bang, I tak pernah masuk kerja, tak pernah masuk office. Kan? I tak pernah deal with supervisors or managers or anything lah. Tak pernah dalam workforce environment. So it will be difficult lah for me to suddenly change and report to office the next day 8 AM. So I'm looking at things that I can do and control within my own self. Like for example, property agent. Like all this kind of jobs, like you the one lone ranger my job. So I'm looking into all this. So I start dah ambil course. It's not a confirm thing, but it's an option lah. It's more of an option. In terms of I still love doing business though. Alhamdulillah, I dah macam orang cakap hook lah, like during bazaar pun I try selling baju, selling perfume and all. But this time now, insyaAllah, I will be going into other industry lah. I want to look into livestock now. I want to go into like supplies of seafood and insyaAllah lah. Yeah. InsyaAllah kita doakan
Amin. You dapat buat apa yang you capai lah. Untuk mengakhiri Diari Ayah ni, saya selalu ingin dapatkan perkongsian daripada tetamu kita, khususnya kita berikan kepada anak-anak muda di luar sana yang generasi Twitter, generasi social media ini. Apa nasihat anda untuk mereka yang sedang melalui, mungkin ada yang sedang melalui apa yang anda lalui dahulu, di mana anda berada di satu suasana yang tidak menggalakkan diri mereka ke arah yang betul lah. Apa nasihat anda untuk mereka?
Saya rasa terutama sekali kita harus bersabar lah. Ini adalah satu benda yang kita lalui and kita kadang tak ada macam exit plan. Kadang macam kita sangkut dekat dalam that circle dia tau. So number one, I feel lah, choose your friends properly lah, your circle. Get to people where can, kadang dengan secara berbual je bang, dengan secara berbual yang positif, dengan tunjuk ajar yang proper, these people can get out of that situation. At the end of the day, for me, it's a mental thing. If you duduk diam, you don't do nothing pun, benda tak jalan, betul tak? So you get around with good people. Secondly, always sabar, and one day you always banyak berdoa lah, and you will get out of this situation. Also try to stay positive lah. However the situation is pun, I cannot like explain, tapi we try to be positive and we look at the bright side of life lah, and eventually work towards getting out of that rather than work and stay there. That's my so-called nasihat lah.
Okey, masya-Allah. Terima kasih banyak Baihakki kerana temubual ni. Saya dah belajar banyak ni tentang diri anda. Kita dah tak ada peluang dulu nak berbual macam ni. Dah phase 2, alhamdulillah kita dapat buat gini kan. Saya ucapkan anda maju jaya terus.
Terima kasih.
Bawa Tampines Rovers ke arah yang mungkin ni waktu main bola, waktu COVID ni saya pun tak tahu macam mana.
Itulah, ni sekarang pun kita tengah in groups of berlima lah. Every 5 dalam satu group.
Okay.
So every after 20 minutes group baru datang. So kita bagi padang bola tu kita bagi 4. So there's four sets of 4 different groups lah training.
Wah,
So
jauh betul dia punya social distancing.
Social distancing
Kita
jauh.
2 meter saya rasa awak lebih
Yeah.
Wah, agak bila dia punya league akan bermula Belum tahu lagi.
I mean sampai sekarang ada update lah, ada update latest that insyaAllah they are looking at first week of September. Maybe the last week of August or first week of September, we don't know.
Okay.
So sekarang it's just that peringkat demi peringkat now is group of 5. So next they're gonna increase into group of 10. So depending on the daily cases lah, daily community cases.
Okay. Okay, ini pertama kali saya nak buat this lightning round. You tak boleh fikir tentang soalan ni. I nak you jawab cepat-cepat, boleh tak?
Okay, boleh.
Okay. So
Yes
you
or
just
no
off the
ke
top
atau-
of, dia tak ada up to you. Tapi you jangan mungkin tak
Jangan
perlu
pause
nak jangan pause lah.
Okay.
Jangan assess too much lah. There's only 10 aja I nak ambil.
Okay.
Okay.
I try
You try. Okay. Jika anda bukan seorang pemain bola sepak, agak-agaknya pekerjaan apa yang mungkin anda ceburi?
Pilot.
Wah, okay. I didn't know
besar.
that. Pilot Boeing
Pelajaran tak ada.
mana tahu you can still fly.
Yeah.
Okay, jika anda boleh kembali semula kepada suatu masa dulu, bilakah itu? Kenapa?
Dalam anggaran 7 hingga 10 tahun, kerana waktu itulah kita bermain longkang dan tangkap spider.
Oh, okay. Wah, that's nice Itu good memories tu.
Correct.
Teh atau kopi?
Kopi.
Oh, padahal dia tak minum teh kita.
Oh really? Tadi dapat jamah sikit.
Tahu jamah aje. Okay. Okay, apa yang anda lakukan untuk buat anak-anak ketawa?
Sorry to say, tapi kentut.
Okay. Saya tak nak cakap, ramai gunakan perkara tu. Okay, that's fun. Bagaimana anda melamar isteri anda?
Oh, saya melamar ke bapanya.
Wow, gentleman That's nice. Apa yang anda katakan pada dia?
Tak lah, it's long lah. So.
Okay, not in the lightning round. Okay. Tahu saya tanya soalan tu tadi Okay, apa 3 perkara yang anda mesti lakukan setiap hari, tak terlepas?
Kopi, gym, bola.
Oh, okay. Okay, saya ada berapa Dah 3 lagi 4 lagi. Apakah bakat terpendam anda?
Pakai terbendam macam
Orang yang tak tahu.
Wah, apa? No lah, not singing lah. I don't know bang, nothing.
Selain bola sepak lah maksud saya. Okay.
Main game.
Oh, you're gamer
Okay lah,
Okay,
sikit-sikit
sorry.
lah.
Okay. Siapakah selebriti kegemaran anda? Selain Nur Fasari.
Denzel Washington.
Oh, okay. Kenapa?
Like a lot of inspiring movies lah.
Oh, okay. Nice. Ceritakan suatu peristiwa kelakar yang anda pernah alami dengan peminat.
Peminat? Allah. Wah bang, ni nak kena pause lama ni. Banyak.
Okay, apa yang teringat sekarang maksudnya?
Okay, first one in Malang, when my first year in Indonesia, I keluar makan dengan Bambang Pamungkas, the icon of Indonesia football.
Okay.
So kita makan dekat A&W and ramai orang datang because of Bambang actually. And
Okay.
so bila dah mula kerumun, security suruh semua keluar, they lock the A&W. Kita 4 je makan A&W. Just semua sandar like macam ini. Semua tengah sandar timbul. Sandar diorang punya pipi dekat screen. So that's funny lah for me. I won't forget that lah.
That's memorable.
Yes.
Okay, last one apakah hadiah yang paling istimewa yang anda pernah terima?
Hadiah yang paling istimewa, anak-anak saya. That's for me is dapat jadi bapa ni macam I always like macam ada flashback balik that I told you before tadi, I don't have a father figure to look up to, but now I hope that again I tak salahkan my family members and all. I just want them to have a proper childhood. and make things better for them. Itulah salah satu perasaan yang I tak pernah pergi Toys R Us bang. I tak pernah pergi kedai game. I nak main game Sega ke Nintendo those days, I nak go to my friend's house. So I didn't have anything. Full stop. I tak ada apa-apa. But now when I tell myself that bila I nak manjakan diorang, I pergi Toys R Us, I rasa macam happy. I rasa macam I achieve something. Tapi as time goes on, yes, I learn fundamentals macam I tak boleh manjakan diorang dengan keuangan atau apa. I will support them. I akan adakan apa mereka perlu, tetapi I tak akan manjakan dengan benda-benda macam ni. Dengan kebendaan lah. Yeah.
Masya Allah. You are a wonderful father tau. Really. I think
Alhamdulillah, insyaAllah.
your pengalaman, yes, perjalanan you menjadikan you seorang father yang penyayang. I can see that in your posting pun. I can see in your Instagram apa you cakap and all that. Macam ketara sangat lah. So congratulations and all your success.
Thank you.
And we are happy that you are back in Singapore.
Finally, thank you so
Finally,
much.
Finally, Masya Allah. Dan terima kasih kerana bersama Jimmy hari ini dalam Diari Ayah.
Thank you so much bang for having me. I wish you all the best also.
Thank you, terima kasih. Baik, dan terima kasih kepada anda yang sudah menonton dan mendengar podcast ini. Episod ini disokong oleh SG Top Realtors. Bagi anda yang memerlukan nasihat hartanah, hubungilah mereka di nombor yang kita terterakan ini. Terima kasih banyak. Jangan lupa like and share dan support soccer players kita di Singapura ni, insya-Allah, dan kita akan bertemu lagi di masa akan datang. Assalamualaikum.